Adam, you mentioned SPD, surge protection devices, and we've got different types of levels of protection there. Could you just take us through the different types and why one is used over another and how that works on site?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's probably worth mentioning the standards of which SPDs are built to.
Yeah.
And so this is BSEN IEC 61643.
Yeah.
And basically what this does is this is type testing to make sure that you get your type 1s, your type 2s, type 3s and what them capabilities are.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the different types, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So going into the types, you've got your type 1, which is designed to withstand lightning energy.
Okay.
And that is designed to dissipate that lightning energy to a safe level for the equipment. You've got type 2 SPDs.
Yeah.
And these are designed to take the transient overvoltages and to dissipate that energy and bring that voltage down to a safe level for equipment, which is basically it's almost the same function of a type 3. Now, a type 3 is the same. It's there to withstand the overvoltage, but it's there where you would fit it at a terminal system, so at the end load using equipment to protect that specific equipment.
Okay. And I think then mentioning about how that works on site, and there's different things that are doing different responsibilities on site then by the sounds of it, isn't it? They're all playing a different part of a bigger picture. So Matt, could you just talk us through how that would work then when we've got something on site, how all those are kind of interdependent of each other? How would it work on site?
Okay, so you would generally install a Type 1 capable SPD, which deals with lightning energy, as Adam has said.
Yeah.
And you would normally install those where cables enter or exit the boundary of a building, which is normally defined, and where the structural lightning protection is installed in the form of a Faraday cage.
Okay.
Because as a cable passes from outside to inside or inside to outside, it's changing what we refer to as lightning protection zones.
Yeah.
And there's a danger that lightning energy during a lightning current flowing along the Faraday cage, that it will break into the cable, break down the insulation, and it can cause sparking.
Okay.
So the Type 1 device is designed to dissipate that energy to Earth.
Yeah.
And then working in coordination with that,
Yeah.
somebody might install a Type 2 device, and that is designed, as Adam has said, to limit over voltages to a safe level at that point that equipment can withstand. And then we might look again, as Adam has said, at the Type 3 devices, and they work together as a coordinated set, positioned depending upon the location of the electrical distribution and subsequently the final equipment, in order that final equipment isn't bothered by any over voltages. In other words, the energy is fizzled out and been absorbed and been diverted, and can't do any further damage.
Okay. And that sounds very, very technical. So when you're on site and the client's asking for suggestions around SPDs and what that would look like, is that part of your risk assessment essentially when you're on site, that you're looking at all the different interdependencies of what's coming in and then just trying to break that down to go, right, that's level 1, that's level 2, that's level 3, and then, like I said, they're all working together? Is that...
So when we're on site and talking to clients, we are considering where the risks lie.
Yeah.
We are looking at where equipment is located, and we're looking at where the various electrical systems, be it for low voltage power, be it for fire alarm systems and data and comms and things like that, even antenna on roof with coaxial cables.
Yeah.
We're looking at where those cables might enter or exit a building, and we are also looking at where they might connect to final equipment. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, the positioning of surge protection and the amount of surge protection may depend upon where those cable systems run in relation to each other and where they actually feed final equipment. And it's all about, firstly, preventing dangerous sparking from the lightning effects at service entries and exits, and then subsequently protecting equipment from failure inside a building.
Lovely. And I'm guessing then that equipment from a maintenance point of view, what does that look like?
Okay, so surge protection devices they're sealed units, a lot of them. They are made, as Adam has said, to BSEN IEC 61643, which is a series of documents that cover different types of cabled system and power systems, photovoltaic, telecommunications. There's a part to cover each type of SPD that needs to be designed, built, and type tested.
Yeah.
And they don't really contain any serviceable parts.
Okay.
So it's very important that routine inspections are carried out in accordance with 62305, and the section somebody might need would be Part 3. In one of the annexes at the back, that's where it describes the inspection process.
Lovely.
And all the requirements for that. And that includes visual checks to confirm that the correct SPDs are installed, that they are correctly connected, that they're fit for purpose, and to make sure that them and their associated fuses are not damaged as a routine thing. If there are SPDs, most of the power devices have, because they are connected in parallel, they do have visual indication to indicate their status, which is a requirement. But for those in series, sometimes they don't have visual indication. And the recommendation is that those might be tested according to the manufacturer's guidance and perhaps using their own test equipment.
Great. And that just gives a real detailed view of the things that people really need to think about. And it's not straightforward, is it? And you must see that based on, as you're going around those sites, of where you've got different cables coming in about where they're connected to, what are they running, what service they're running, and trying to give that education, insight and advice to clients. They must see us as a kind of a bit of a safe haven, because there's a hell of a lot to take into consideration when you're trying to keep your safe site. So how would you give me a little golden nugget, Adam, then in just one thing that sticks out of that conversation you would turn around and go, just, they're all important, but just get people to think and put that light bulb in people's minds?
Yeah, I think it's worth getting that message out there. That it's worth remembering that, you know, surge protection is a layered system.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't just put one device in and think that that's it and you're protected, because most of the time that's not the case.
Yeah, well, I think just listening to that conversation, there's multiple things that people need to think about. What would your golden nugget be and take away?
I think it's the fact that maintenance and inspection of SPDs is important. And the SPDs generally are one part of a much larger system of protective measures, whether it be part of the whole electrical system or indeed part of a whole lightning protection system. And if they are not maintained, as for everything in life, they might not work when you want them to. Yeah. And so therefore it's important to keep on top of it.